So I might do what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't say if. When I put this out, this is the Operation Fulfill podcast where we talk with folks who fulfill what they love to do. And I am blessed and honored to be here with I can say brother because I think we're that close now. I hope. Probably after this, like, man, I was with this guy. I'll be there until the ferry. Mr. Orion Song. It's actually, I'm humbled because this guy is, I will say, he's definitely well known. He's kind of like, who a lot of the local musicians I've gotten to know, especially Katriz, who I talked with not too long ago.
Shout out Katriz.
Yes, shout out to Miss Trinidad.
Hi, Katriz.
They've always mentioned, I have a homie, I have a friend, his name is Orion Song. I was like, who's this guy? And so I've been following this thing with Jennifer. It's called Acoustic Spot Talent. So I got a shout out to them because they've given me the opportunity to meet some folks. And I have to say a short story before we get into Orion. Okay. I'll be sure not to talk too much.
No, it's okay.
Sorry if I ramble on.
Say everything. I want to hear all this.
Because, you're the most poggy guy that I got to know recently.
My goodness.
I was humbled. So there was a show that a gig that Orion did, and I listened to a little bit of his music like I did yesterday to so I can research finally.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. I've been listening for a while. Orion was doing a gig in one of the spots that my wife Jennifer and I love to go to, and invited some friends to go. And next thing you know, once we came in, he was taking a break because he was already doing a show, and I saw this like tall, dark, handsome young man. I talk a lot of stuff, so I was humbled because I was like, "Oh, nice to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you." And he said, can I call you Kuya? You feel like a Kuya because you actually know my sister.
Yeah.
And so I was like, really? And
yes, he knows my sister.
So it's just a small world. And I was like, dude, this guy who I've been hearing about from all these musicians and just hearing his stuff. He's like, the prince of the local scene here. Probably even wider than the local scene.
You're all gassed up like crazy right now.
I'm sorry, I'm a gassed.
This is insane.
I've been researching, man.
Oh my gosh.
I was humbled that, he knew who I was too. So, I just had to put some pride points in that. But Mr. Orion Song, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm happy to be here. We're already kicking it off to a really good start. It's hilarious.
I have to, man. It's low-key, I'm kind of like intimidated because, like I said, Mr. Big Time. Well,
oh my goodness.
He won't say that, but one thing good about you is, even though I think I've only listened to like a fourth of your library, like on the streaming site, like some of these folks that I gotten to know, they have a few songs that they just put out, and you just started like a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I put out my first album in I think November 2020. Yeah.
Okay. That's right. You mentioned, during the pandemic, it kind of became an outlet.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time. Yeah, we've been pretty active ever since then, and then in 2021 summer of July, we were doing a release every month, all the way up until January of this year. So like 2 years of consistent music, but it was crazy. But now we're taking a break. So
yeah. Pumping the brakes a little bit since you already have a big repertoire on the streaming sites.
Yeah, just a break from releasing, but we're still cooking up. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's always good to know. Yeah, I kid you not, man. So I am kind of not kidding that I was trying to listen, having a straight heavy rotation of Orion's Song in my car and in my headphones last night. And I was like, dang, there's 5,000 songs I have to get through. I was like, and I have to say, one of my favorite songs for sure is Bloom.
Oh, really?
I have to say, because, just talking about, the person that you love. So, as Orion knows, I'm married happily most of the time.
Oh my gosh.
Bloom is a beautiful song, and I think The Best That I Can Be is also one of my favorites. So thank you for that. And I do have to say, since we talked to Katriz, we talked about her. Come Home is also one of my favorites.
Nice. I love Come Home. Yeah, shout out to Katriz once again. That's one of my favorite songs on the Time Machine EP, and also the most slept on one in my opinion too.
Really?
But, yeah. But you say Bloom, by the way. I think Bloom is my least favorite track. Seriously.
I was about to ask, what song do you hate to hear, like when people like pass
probably
by?
Bloom. I think I will.
Oh,
Sorry.
do a quick pause, just like in the theater.
Wow, that's pretty loud.
Yeah, that's what I forgot about being in Mira Mesa.
Yeah.
Fellow Mira Mesa, by the way.
Oh yeah. What was I saying?
Oh, Bloom, yeah.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Bloom. So yeah, Bloom was a. Yeah, if I hear it, I think I have zero interest in listening to the full thing. I'm skipping that song for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it's one man's trash is one man's treasure in this.
Which I appreciate. So I'm really glad you like that one too. Seriously.
Yeah. No, it's definitely you said most slept on, but yeah, it was really cool. You know, I really loved the talking about the girl that you like blossoming into something beautiful.
Very reassuring lyrics.
Yeah.
I just think I could have been more poetic with it. It was just quite blunt in my it just really
straight to the point.
Yeah, amateur songwriting at its finest, I think. But
it's one of the earlier songs.
Yeah,
right?
my first album actually. So
okay.
Yeah, that was old Orion for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're I forgot what the term you said earlier when we were getting food. Oh, by the way, we're here at Hawaiian Fresh Seafood. The reason why we're here is because, just some origin of Orion. He's, some of his family is from Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
And we just came back from Hawaii, my wife and I, so.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm sure it was around this time. It's pretty hot, actually. But, my maternal side is from Hawaii. My mom, my brother, and my grandma, they all live there now. But, the maternal roots come from there. Korean side comes from Hawaii, so.
Okay. Yeah, I want to touch base on that. So, I know Orion's side of being Filipino. So your other side is
Korean and white. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Korean and Irish, to be specific. Yeah.
Ah, nice. Good mix. Well, I mean, ladies, if I can point out, he's single right now.
If I had $1 every time you gas me up in this entire,
it's pretty much a gaslighting situation.
Oh my goodness. Not the gaslighting.
No, just kidding. No, it's all real. It's genuine.
I've never heard that in the same context. Gassing up and gaslighting in this. That's crazy.
I'm probably using it wrong.
Okay.
I'm 40 years old, so
that's bars. That could actually be a gas. Anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Like we were on a cruise last year, and I found out what the word Riz was because I was wearing a barong. And and the kid was like, "Yo, bro, your Riz is up." I'm like, "What does that mean?"
You got that's the Pinoy Riz, the Filipino Riz. Yeah.
So nice. That's good to hear because and I never knew that side. And I think something that you pointed out, your Korean heritage. You did mention not just necessarily Korean American, but there's a difference, right?
Yeah. Especially with a lot of my Korean friends, they definitely don't. I feel so different from them, given that they're either like first, second, or third gen Korean American, and I am fifth gen Korean American, but also I say being Korean American in Hawaii is way different from being Korean American in the mainland. So yeah, it's like
definitely a different culture.
Yeah, totally, and it's almost. Because there's so much culture out there and so much immigration history out there in the island, so yeah, it's not the same. So I've never felt a sense of community amongst that side of my blood because it just feels so niche, almost just with my demographic and whatnot. So and also just being mixed is I feel like a lot of mixed people probably feel this way too. So.
Well, but it can be a challenge, but I appreciate you, embracing who you like. I think something I've gotten to know, and besides, hearing that challenge, you've definitely been someone who really embraces himself
Oh yeah.
and is really like very very easy to I guess you could say you're like a magnet. Like a lot of people do get attracted to you. Like you are someone who, yeah, really really is easy to reach to. So
That's so
thank
kind,
you for
man.
doing it.
No,
For sure,
thank you
man.
for the kind words. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I reached out to you. And even though I did say I'm intimidated, there was some.
Oh, zero intimidation here. I am just a what's it? I'm a normie. I'm just a I'm just a citizen. That's how I look at
a
it.
normal guy doing big things.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So that's kind of crazy. Just talking about you just started in 2020, but it's 2024 now. 3 years, and you've done so much. Like with that whole monthly push out of always pushing out good music, and I have to say, man, consistently good music. Like
I'm glad.
even though I guess Bloom was slept on.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all thanks to my friends too. They were a huge
yes.
part of that process with helping me develop that sound, and I just logically speak, like I literally wouldn't be able to do it without them because they helped me write it. A lot of my music.
Okay.
It's a lot of it isn't 100% my lyrics. It's like some of theirs too. And
Definitely a collaborative effort.
yeah, 100%. And it's just artistic products of me and my best friend. So I love it. Yeah, I'm so happy I could be that active. And
Yeah, definitely a group effort, and I think that's something that's awesome about you. And I think that's why I mentioned, a lot of musicians have always put you as a mention, or always like, have you heard of Orion? Because you're very collaborative, very team player-ish, if you will.
oh yeah, I definitely. I feel like I just truly love being like an artist. I love the world that it entails and everything that comes with being an artist, and also being an artist and making art, like everything that comes with it. So when it means collaborating with people, traveling, kind of the things that come with art, that's the fun life that comes with it. So it's like I'm always just like, yeah, I'd love to work, I'd love to do this, because that's what is coming out of this career path for me. It's like these are the benefits. Like I don't have 401k, I don't have like per diem and things like that, that other offices will give you when you go on work trips and stuff. But when it comes to these other opportunities, I feel like that's the version of like per diem for me, and work travel events and stuff. It's just all the same sort of thing. It's pretty similar.
So having the absence of what you just mentioned, but having that flexibility and freedom has it given more like doors, I guess.
Oh yeah, totally. But also a lot of work too. It's like you can kind of occupy your life the way you want to, and it's scary, but also very fulfilling and very validating too. So
that's good to know. Yeah, I was gonna say, being an independent musician, we talked about this earlier while we were waiting in line, but I guess compared to 9 to 5 and just being your own like entity, it's almost like 24/7, right?
Yeah, it really is. It can be toxic, but I think over the years I've learned how to
maneuver
and I definitely have to deal with a lot of comparison and stuff. But
oh really?
Yeah, just a lot of more self-toxic kind of hurdles, I think. But at the end of the day, you just got to remind yourself you are an artist.
Yes.
And as an artist, you make art. You do artistic things. You are abstract with what you do, and you're not doing this you're not doing this as like a service for just as a service for the audience. You're doing it for yourself too. It's like it's almost a very spiritual thing to do. So
it's good to know.
When you look at things that way, it's like, okay, this isn't just for the numbers, this isn't just for the people, this is for my own fulfillment as well. And once you kind of prioritize that, I think like life is so much more beautiful, your career path is so much more beautiful too. And that's why I love it so much. Like I don't think I could stop, to be honest.
I like how you added fulfillment, by the way.
Yeah.
Since this is the pod.
Oh, yeah.
No, and I have to point out, Ryan, I think what you said is beautifully articulated. Like, there is going to be comparison all the time, especially in the industry, and just seeing the influx of, how many folks there are out there now. But I like how you pointed out, yes, there is always going to be comparison, but it's mainly you comparing yourself. And it's all individual thought. So, I think, especially this is a good platform for aspiring artists as well, as long as you kind of have that same mindset that you're not just doing it. You're not mainly doing it for everyone to be appreciated, as long as you're using this as an outlet to identify who you are to the world, and just remembering that, this is you, this is me, who I am.
Absolutely.
I think that's a good mantra to have. So thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, of course. It's just to add on a little more too while I'm on this topic. It's a nice feeling of control that you have too, because sometimes we don't feel so rooted in life, and like it's other than expression and like vulnerability and venting out, it also gives you a sense of control in your life to be able to make art as well. So nice. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. By the way, this has been a really good conversation and just hanging out. So I think we were talking about, collaboration. It's given you opportunity to expand, your music and to work with other folks. So not just locally, but just around pretty much.
Yeah, just working with, locally, working with my best friends, Patrick Hizon and Avacie.
Good producers, by the way.
Yeah, that working with them has been very fun and fulfilling, because it's my day ones. It's my best friends. So it doesn't really feel so scary to kind of dive into music that way and start that way. And it's also a blessing to kind of go further in your career over the years and still work with them. But yeah, also working with Sarah Kang. Shout out to Sarah Kang. Working with
one of my favorite songs, by the way.
Let's Run Away, your favorite song. Yeah. And also shout out to like just everyone. Kikiyo from Toronto. Shout out Kikiyo.
Oh yeah, you guys are having something out.
Yeah, right? That's Kikiyo and Orion Song. Pink Skies coming out next week.
Shameless plug times 2.
Yeah, times 2. All good.
Yes.
Lots of others too. Shout out to all, like my other friends too. Shout out to Uzuhan. Shout out to Hohyun. Shout out to Dana Mar. Shout out to Katriz. Shout out to I can't name all my collaborators at the top of my head, but just a lot of collaborations. And
there has been. I think that's why the reason why I reached out to you and wanted to get to know you is because I don't want to say you're a household name, but whoever I talk to, they always say, there's this guy named Orion Song, really cool, talented guy, and you should get to know him. And I'm glad that, we're here to this day. So, yeah.
I'm so shout out to everyone that's told you that, though. They're really kind for that.
And I guess it's good to know, too, that we're both, grew up in this neck of the woods, Mira Mesa.
Yeah.
So.
We always reconvene here, too. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. So it's amazing, brings it back home. Come home.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Katriz once again. Come home.
Okay, this will be my last time I name drop that.
That's so funny. It's a good song.
Something also, besides that, you get to hear a lot of your music on the streaming platforms, and especially Bloom.
Oh my gosh,
I'm not gonna let that down. Okay, fine. Let's Run Away.
That's okay. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, I think that's what someone told me. Let's Run Away was, and it's still red, right? Okay, good. Yeah, I think it was either on Spotify or some biography that said one of Orion's like biggest songs. You've had music, like, even though you've been doing this for 3 years, like, hit 1 million plus hits. Like, that's.
Oh yeah.
I mean, does that like get to you? Like, wow, like.
Sometimes, I don't know. I think if I got to put myself in the numbers mindset, it's if I am being logical with it. They're all. I think the collaborations have done very well usually.
Oh, okay.
With Let's Run Away, that was with Sarah Kang, and she has a very, very good following all over the world. So, it's no surprise that song with her has a lot of streams too.
And it comes to show, like, within, comparatively to other folks, like, the short amount of time you've been on, like, folks like Sarah Kang, like, reach out to you to,
Oh yeah,
to work.
I think I reached out to her first, actually. But
okay. Hey, making the moves.
yeah, but it's to piggyback off that. I think it's really nice to know that there are a lot of artists that are very very skilled and talented that are also just as they're just very synergistic with you friendship wise and kind of relate with you on a deeper level too, and I think that's even more rewarding in my opinion. So
yeah,
wow, you like my music just like nobody. That's so cool. And
you're definitely somebody, my bro.
Yeah, just all of that. It just means a lot, and it's cool to have that validation from other artists too. So
I think that's what's beautiful about the community as well, besides just, the business-like relationships. I think something that, is necessary in any kind of relationship is building almost a kinship, if you will, or friendship. So that's good you point that out, because, it's kind of hard when it's just something that's dry cut, but if you add some flavor to it, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm talking about food because we actually have food here.
No, it was good food. No, you got me thinking too, like with the whole business side of things, it's with different artists, there are some artists that really are artists and they prioritize their artistic validation over the tactics of their art, whether that's a business perspective or just like an artistic perspective. So I've just been lucky that I've worked with a lot of very successful artists as far as numbers go, and they still stay true to their artistic vision. I think that's even
it should be the main
and that's really cool to see and really honorable in my opinion. So.
It's good to know that you have that relationship with folks with experience, because it helps you develop a balance, if you will, right?
Correct.
For bouncing in the scene.
Yeah, I guess there is a somewhat of a balance there, because you do gotta. When it comes to business, I think just as long as you care, that's all that matters. Because I've had to tell myself to dial it back because it affects my music when I get too much into the business side of things, and I start to like think,
you lose yourself, right?
Yeah, and like, oh, let me write this because this is what they're gonna like, and then I'm not myself.
This is the climate right now.
Yeah, it's like okay, it's not about that anymore. So
yeah.
So
just kind of, just to also kind of make an outlet for those who probably want to go, to on a similar streamline as you. So I know, you besides the streaming, I got to shout out Acoustic Spot Talent, because
huge shout out to Acoustic Spot. Oh my gosh.
And just the local scene here, because I think it's given me the ability to get to know you and some other folks that, I've gotten to be acquainted with. I guess, can you walk us through, like, so besides putting out music and content on the streaming platform, just your other ventures, I guess?
Yeah. So aside from being a recording artist and that whole world, my I guess sort of 9 to 5 and my daily life consists of being a live musician. So that is a prominent part of my daily life. It's my bread and butter. It's my job, and I perform at bars, restaurants, beach bars, hotels, lots of high-end events. Just playing ukulele. I guess San Diego loves ukulele, and they just want live music. Can I just go off topic real quick though?
Oh yeah.
So apparently, I shouldn't be laughing, but it's just the headline is kind of funny. But apparently, on the Citizen app, last night in North Park, the report said ukulele being weaponized in North Park or something like that, and I was like, what does that mean? Like,
what?
Yeah, it's just the craziest thing I've ever heard of.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, what?
I can't wait to just see the article on that when the news comes out, because that's hilarious. But that's dangerous, but that's hilarious.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway,
using music as a killing him softly with his song.
I don't know what. I was like, what is this?
Sorry, I'm cheesy, bro.
No. It's we need that. We love dad jokes.
still,
I love dad humor.
Wow, really?
Yeah, dude.
What, you just saw this last night? Well, like, what happened? Battery with,
I don't know. It was just a headline. I think I'm not familiar with the Citizen app, but I feel like they just tell you when like things or dangerous things are happening or like updates.
Oh, good to know. Yes, stay safe
Something
out
like
there,
that.
my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah. I think that's what it's for. But yeah. And what was I talking about before that? Oh, acoustic spot, ukulele. So yeah, I play ukulele. I don't weaponize ukulele ever.
Yes, no. The only time that Orion kills you softly is with his song, like I said, and it's put me to sleep, not in a bad way, just happily. So
You have to throw it in there. But yeah, just lots of gigs, lots of live looping gigs, and that is kind of what supports the recording artist life. I will say I do feel like a full-time musician, just not quite the full-time recording artist, and that is the goal. But for now, I'm happy and grateful, really happy to be doing live music as my 9 to 5.
and the covers are awesome. I mean, I love your original content, but yeah, you definitely put to life when you do the tributes to other music. So
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for appreciating.
yeah, man, for sure. And I guess also to put it out there, I know you. Okay. Also, Mira Mesa, there's a lot of racers.
Oh yeah, lots of motorcycles.
Lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. I know you're a resident at one of the bars here in San Diego.
Yes, the Cordova Bar.
Yeah, please go Wednesday nights, right?
Yeah, every Wednesday. Right now we're 8 p.m. And then when we're not in daylight saving hour, we start at 7, I believe. So if you're watching this months from now, come through to Cordova Bar. I'm sure I'll be there for the next 5 years, 10 years or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Where everyone knows Orion's name.
Wednesday, Cordova Bars with the Orion Song.
Yes.
And sometimes Avacie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, when I saw you last time, yeah, and Dylan was with you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so, man, that's just a lot of good stuff, bro. I guess, we've been having good conversation. I just want to make sure. I guess good, red light.
No problem.
Yeah, I guess, any upcoming projects that we could kind of talk about. So at the time of this recording, just found out Sunday you're going to be...
Yeah, so this Sunday, it's Friday today, but this Sunday I'll be at 66 Night Market in San Diego. It's like a smaller version. It's still the same entity that puts on 66, but I think it's just like the SD branch. So I'll be performing Sunday, 7:45 p.m. I have a song coming out a week from today with Kikiyo, Pink Skies, August 9th. And then some stuff that I'll leak right now is I'm working on another album. I don't really want to call them albums anymore because sometimes I feel really high and mighty when I know I'm making something that's
like an LP or...
It's more of like a mixtape, so it's pretty disorganized, I say. Well, not disorganized. It's just
your music's pretty eclectic. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. So I'd say a mixtape. Yeah, it is eclectic. Mixtape coming soon, very very soon. We're almost done with it. An EP with someone as well. That's coming out.
I'm hearing this for the first time, by the way. I'm just hearing this, so
it's a lot. I'm
being a giddy fanboy. Yeah,
it's crazy. Lots of content. We're just building the arsenal right now. I am inactive with releasing, but I am still cooking. I promise. There's a lot of stuff we're making right now.
So I guess that's good that you pumped the brakes because now you have all this. New stuff for anticipation.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for your fan base. So
yeah, I just want to find that. I want to have that security of having stuff in the arsenal. I miss that feeling, and
I like that term, arsenal.
Yeah, arsenal.
I've heard other musicians use my piggy bank.
Arsenal. Yeah. Maybe I should change arsenal. Arsenal seems kind of violent,
especially with the ukulele.
Oh yeah. I don't weaponize ukulele. I just want to say that. I still want to hear about that report. Like, what happened in North Park?
I know.
That's crazy.
Someone probably said something about... It could have been me, because there was this one time, since you mentioned ukulele, I think, yeah, and when you were in high school, I think the ukulele was like a popular thing to bring around.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that true? Or
Yeah, I think when I was in middle school,
okay, yeah, because you're a little bit younger than the folks that I'm thinking about right
middle
now.
school, maybe even elementary, but for sure middle school, yeah, people were playing ukulele, and I was, you know what, I did try to swat like a fly with like my first ukulele.
So you did one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like 12. Yeah, I was kind of crazy, but
It
yeah.
works, yeah. That thing has a hard base if you think about it. No, but
Nice paddle.
yeah, yeah. It is beautiful though. The music, I mean, yeah, it's so portable, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing, a full-size guitar, the ukulele.
Oh yeah, I think it's very very underestimated. The ukulele is a full-blown instrument, and people see it as novelty, and it shouldn't be seen that way.
No.
Like I will make it so R&B and make you question all of your ukulele judgments. That's the
I know,
goal.
make him a believer of
That's
the
the-
ukulele.
That is the goal.
Thank you for doing that, by the way, because I think, as I mentioned earlier, I just got sick of it because I remember all of these kids playing the ukulele and
Yeah.
to all the R&B songs like of that era. I just like it was fun to listen to, and then when you have a quiet moment, someone starts strumming.
Yeah, I get.
I mean, I
I
get it,
remember
though.
those days too. I relate, to be honest, because even I got kind of sick of it, hearing the same ukulele strum patterns throughout the high school hallways and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's like, oh, it has to be a aspiring musician there.
yeah,
No, but you're right though. I guess yeah, people tried to make it like to popularize it, but it is a genuine sound, and you're right. Like it should be treated with as something that's beautiful rather than like
yeah.
it's it's a thing.
yeah, and with respect too, it's like this is that's Hawaiian culture. There's more to the ukulele than just playing it for gigs. There's history of ukulele for sure that I don't even know about. But I'm sure there's so much.
Yeah, definitely brings people together. That's
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
that too,
I
yeah.
mean, music in general.
Oh
so.
yeah, absolutely.
On that note, Orion, and if there's anything that I missed that we talked about prior, it just warrants another sit down in the future, even off camera, because I genuinely love this brother and get to know him. And it's good to hear the upbringing of your music and just knowing that it's deep in your roots. Yeah, thank you for bringing people together with your music and for being a voice, if you will. If anything, this is Gerard signing off, and with Mr. Orion Song,
I'm so
the tall,
grateful.
handsome. I still have to keep on gassing him, but I can't help it, dude. This guy is just a good guy.
Oh my goodness.
You already hear it in your music. You're such a great guy I think that's something awesome too, that you're a good storyteller. And I think if you ever see this guy, and hopefully this will be an outlet where you get to know him more, even though he's already well known in the community. Thank you for being a beacon of Operation Fulfill, just fulfilling what you love to do. And you could totally see that it's something that you've been fulfilling. And thank you for sharing, some challenges that you could come through. But, I think that's the beauty of this outlet, is hearing the adversity and overcoming it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, hopefully this will touch more folks. If not, many people, at least folks who are looking to also be an inspiration. I think as close, anything you want to say to those who might want to.
Just well, real quick, thank you, man. Thank you for having me once again, and thank you for lunch too. This poke is delicious.
Yeah. That's how I attract my folks. I wine and dine, I guess, even though it's poke.
It's the best poke here in San Diego, at least. So yeah, and I'm very fulfilled to do this. So yeah, we'll love to help with all of this. And and
thank you
if
for
you're
helping.
watching too, definitely check out the other episodes for some raw, good conversations from locals. Not just artists, right? You interview a lot of chefs and owners and all kinds of different people here in San Diego. So
Pretty much, yeah. It's just a tie of, I guess you could say I'm a lover of the arts. So when it comes to music, to Book writing is also one. I have an author, and then chefs. Yeah, just anyone who delves in and also makes an impact to the community. And you're definitely one of them. So
yeah, keep doing what you do, and and please listen to my music if you have a chance. Look up Orion Song on Spotify. Thank you.
Yes. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, which I listen to him with. And
don't listen to Bloom. Listen to
what is I guess your top 5. Let's do that as closing.
So according to Spotify, the top 5 is Let's Run Away, Green Light.
Green Light was good.
What You Do, Play Me, and Flower Beds. I check it every day, so it changes. Sometimes it's Sorry I Like You.
And what's your personal, I guess?
My favorite song of mine is Flower Beds. I love that song so much, and I aspire to make more music with that sunny kind of vibe. Way more often. So.
And Ooh was pretty good too. That's your most recent.
Yes, right? I wish that song did better. That song was so cool.
I love. How do you pronounce it? Just you can't say it. Just have you heard that song? Ooh wee. You have to go like ooh wee. I love that song. Ooh wee.
Again with the dad jokes. Yeah, when you listen to it, you gotta say it that way. So please listen to ooh. Okay, we're done.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh man.